Mackenzie Dern fell to 0-2 in UFC main events after suffering a majority decision loss to Yan Xiaonan in the UFC Fight Night 211 headliner. A disappointing result for Dern, most certainly. She came oh so close to rallying in that fifth round and finishing the fight with what would have been a pretty dramatic comeback win, but she's unable to secure the submission, and I think that kind of highlighted the issue with Dern's game right now. It seems like if she can't get it to the ground, it's going to be a big-time struggle for her. Of course, Xiaonan did a great job in this fight of keeping it on the feet when she needed to. When it was on the ground, Dern did have some big moments there, but she was unable to finish the fight. By the time we got to the end, maybe you could have scored it a draw, but ultimately Xiaonan certainly did win 3 rounds. It's just a matter if you throw a 10-8 in there for Dern for that 5th frame, and I could see an argument either way on that one, in my opinion. So Dern, I think she definitely needs to work on being able to get these fights to the ground earlier, more often, and maybe over time her submission game has slipped a little bit as she focuses on other elements in MMA, understandably so. We've seen this happen to a lot of fighters, whether they're, a level above on the striking or the grappling. They kind of start working on other parts of their game, rounding it out, and maybe they're not as sharp on the area where they were once best. And I think Dern kind of acknowledged that after the fact, and I think at 29 years old, she is still young enough that she can build back from this. I think a little bit of a look down in opponent, and maybe seeing the winner of that upcoming December fight between Angela Hill and Emily Ducote. We're really going to see what Dern's made of, how she comes back from this defeat, what can she do here. And I think if you look at that fight between Hill and Ducote, it just seems like kind of the perfect opponent. Both of those fighters coming up in the ranks. Hill, of course, has been around forever, as has Ducote, but she is newer to the UFC, so probably going to want a little bit of a layoff to work on her game. Those two fight December 3rd. You're looking at a first quarter matchup between them sometime next year, and we'll see how Mackenzie Dern can rebound from this defeat and put together a 2023 campaign.